Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, we're yapping about the NFL MVP race. It's come down to a two-horse race. Matthew Stafford, Drake Maye. There's 2 weeks left in the NFL season. Can one of them pull away, or has one of them already won this award? Let's go! The 2025 NFL MVP race features two quarterbacks with two completely different expectations coming into this season. Drake Maye, new coach, regime, what was expected to be better, not this much better. I don't think a lot of people saw a top 5 Super Bowl favorite, a top 2 MVP finish, a number 1 seed maybe finish for Drake Maye this season. Matthew Stafford, on the other hand, you definitely saw a season like this coming if he was able to stay healthy. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams on the outside, Sean McVay, a top defense. You expected Matthew Stafford to be up here, not Drake Maye. That's why you have to give credit to both of them. Drake Maye, what a season. Sophomore season doing this is insane. But we got to talk about the favorite and most likely winner of this award, Matthew Stafford. What a season he is having. 4,200 passing yards, 40-5 TD to interception ratio. The second player to do that. The last was Aaron Rodgers, his last MVP award. He's been on another level. Every time they enter the red zone, it's a passing touchdown. It feels like something some weeks. He's 5th in total EPA because his rushing depletes it so far for total. But passing EPA, he's first, right ahead of Drake Maye. He's averaging 8 yards per attempt, which is top 10 in the NFL. A 9.1 completion percentage over expected, elite numbers. He's consistently good through all 4 quarters, doesn't spurt through late in the games, doesn't start slow. Matthew Stafford is a beast. Super Bowl winner. His net passing yards per play are at 7.5. He's got a 71 QBR while also facing a top 5 hardest schedule. He had to face the NFC West twice, still has to face them. He has played some tough competition this season. While we look at Drake Maye's face stats, he's at 4,000 passing yards about, 29-8 TD ratio, 400 rushing yards. You see that, 29-8 passing TD to interception ratio. That's his total touchdowns, 29. Yeah, Matthew Stafford's got 40 passing TDs. Crazy. Like I said, Drake Maye is first in total EPA. Expected points added, important. Second in passing EPA, right behind Matthew Stafford, while also having the highest yards per attempt in the NFL at 8.7, while also leading the league in completion percentage at 70.9%. He is playing out of his mind with a worse supporting cast. His completion percentage over expected is at 9.2. That is crazy, knowing he throws the highest average of depth passes in the NFL. He's been the best quarterback by a mile in first half games. When I tell you that in the first and second quarter, he is 2 times better than the next quarterback in the NFL from quarters 1 through 2. He does drop off a tad bit in the fourth quarter. It's just not as elite. It's still top 5. It's just not to the where he is in the first and second quarter, where no one's touching him with a freaking 10-foot stick. His net passing yards per play at a 7.5. The 73.4 QBR rating. But my biggest issue is he's faced a top 5 easy schedule, if not the easiest schedule in NFL, maybe even NFL history. I really wish the MVP award was named the actual MVP award for good reason, most valuable player to that respected team, which means the supporting cast should have an impact on the way you vote for this award. There's a clear difference in supporting cast for both of these teams. Matthew Stafford, on one hand, is playing with 2 Hall of Fame receivers, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. He has a 30.5 pressure rate against, good for second in the NFL. He has kept clean more games than he's not. He has 2 running backs in top 10 in EPA, 52% success rate, top 3 rushing unit from Blake Corum and Kyron Williams behind Sean McVay. They have a top 5 defense in EPA. They have a future Hall of Fame head coach in Sean McVay. They get to play in a dome. This is like, if you're a quarterback, this is all you can ask for as a NFL quarterback. And if I'm going to be honest, if Matthew Stafford went down with an injury, I do believe Jimmy G can step in and win them a playoff game, if not at least compete. Obviously, it's going to be a big downgrade because that's why Stafford is the MVP. He takes his team to the next level. From an average quarterback like Jimmy G, you'd see the offense stutter. With Matthew Stafford, it's like, oh my God, it's just beautiful to watch. Awesome to watch. But that's the thing about the Rams. The Rams are stacked. Matthew Stafford's team is the best team in the NFL. Not by far, but it's obviously the best team, even though they lost last week against the Seahawks. But for Drake Maye, how is his supporting cast? He also has a Hall of Fame wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. But other than that, it's more of pieces, complementary pieces. They have Matt Collins. He's been a stud this year, though. We cannot disrespect him. Hunter Henry, also been a stud. Butte, been a stud. My thing with the Patriots weapons, they all play a role. There's no one you're like, wow, that guy. We got to stop him this game. The Rams have two of those guys. That's my issue. Drake Maye also has a 37.9 pressure rate against. Bottom 5 in the NFL. He gets sacked all the time. He is a benefit. He makes this Patriots offensive line look so much better with the way he is able to evade pressure and move throughout the pocket. His two weapons from out the backfield, Travion Henderson, has been a beast since, week 8, since after the bye. He's made a ton of big plays that have helped the Patriots find ways to win. But it is a bottom 5 run game, bottom 5 in blocking. Henderson changes games with his break-off ability, though. That is the one plus. They're top 10 in defensive EPA. They have a good defense, great rushing defense. Josh McDaniels, if there was Hall of Fame for offensive coordinator coaches, I think he'd definitely have a seat there. Vrabel, great head coach, has won in the past. And yeah, as you can say, he could be a future Hall of Famer too. He also plays in Foxborough compared to a dome. It's a lot colder. It's outside, not as easy to throw the ball at home. And that's my issue with the MVP award. If we were looking at most valuable player, put Stafford on the Patriots. Put Drake Maye on the Rams. Is there a difference between the Rams? Is there a difference between the Patriots? Yes. Stafford would be a lot worse on the Patriots because he doesn't have the abilities Drake Maye does in the pocket and scramble. That is my whole case for this award. I know that's not how it's voted, but that's my issue with this award. It needs to be most valuable player. If not, change it to the best player in the sport. Change it to like the Ballon d'Or, best player in the world, not most valuable, okay? And like we said, it pisses me off that it says MVP when it doesn't go to the most valuable player. It goes to the best player of the season. That's my issue with the NFL voting. I also believe that this sport is totally based on recency bias. What did these quarterbacks do last week to improve their stock? As everybody's looking, who's the MVP? Who's the MVP? There's only 2 weeks left. Drake Maye stormed back, down 10 points to the Ravens on the road. In the second half, Lamar went down, but Drake Maye kicked butt. 405 total yards, 2 touchdowns. This keeps them in play for the number 1 overall seed as the Broncos faltered against the Jags. But hey, Drake Maye is an awesome quarterback. He picks a spot. He throws it there. The quick outs, he's the best quarterback at throwing quick outs. Oh my God, it's beautiful to watch. But yeah, they kicked butt against the Ravens. It definitely boosts his odds in the MVP race. On the other hand, Matthew Stafford, I think everybody watching this game believed he was locking in his MVP after this win. 100%. Dude went to the Seattle on the road, prime time, top 5 defense. A defense that's kicking butt. Literally the best top 3 defense in the league, just like the Rams. And he went out there, threw for 450 yards and 3 touchdowns without Devontae Adams. Yeah, he's a beast. He did not lose them this game. It hurts their odds in number 1 overall seed, which sucks. That is brutal for Super Bowl hopes. Getting the number 1 seed, chef's kiss to make a Super Bowl. But Matthew Stafford, he did not lose this game. He even scored in overtime. The uncontrollables lost him this game. But like I said, if they won that game, the award was over. He'd probably be minus 2,000 right now. It would be Matthew Stafford's award. Who do they play upcoming? Can Drake Maye get his stock up enough to pass Matthew Stafford. I highly doubt it. Drake Maye does play the Jets and Dolphins. He could put up 40 points on both of those teams, I believe. But at the same time, Matthew Stafford has a clear gap in this race based off face stats. It's so close in every advanced stats, you have to look at the face stats if we're going to be honest, because that's what the award is. It's not a valuable player award. It's the best player with the best stats award. Matthew Stafford plays the Cardinals and Falcons, two bottom feeders of the NFL. And like I said, my prediction a month ago has fully stand put and looked perfect. Matthew Stafford wins because the offense is too good. You can't stop the Rams. No team has been able to stop the Rams. I didn't expect it to stop, and it didn't stop. And when you look at Drake Maye, the touchdowns ended up holding him back. And look at how many touchdowns Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson have over the past couple weeks. It's almost double digits. Do you guys believe that Matthew Stafford deserves this MVP? Or is Drake Maye getting robbed? Let me know down below. And also, are either of these teams capable of winning a Super Bowl? Because that's obviously more important. Screw an MVP. I want a ring. Let me know down below. And I'll catch y'all boys tomorrow.